The first pro of social media for teens is friends, connections, and learning different cultures. One of our biggest needs as humans is actually to connect with people and to feel a sense of community. Social media allows us to fast track our way to connecting with people that we absolutely love. It's honestly the same thing with gaming as well. A lot of people don't understand why people are so addicted to gaming and they absolutely love it. It's not just about the game or leveling up or doing something different or being immersed in a world that's different than your own, or like having a book come to life, or you can play a character. Also about the sense of community that you get playing with other people, talking with other people, having awesome and different type of conversations. Social media is very similar in that regard. You see your kids absolutely obsessed with their time on social media and they love connecting with friends. It's really because they're meeting a deep-seated human need. That's the need for connection and belonging and involvement and friends. And that's something I believe we can all understand no matter how old you are. Of course, there are many cons to social media, so I have more insights on the cons and the pros and what you can do about it. So stick around. Hey, it's CyberFareedah. I'm an award-winning Forbes 30 Under 30 online safety educator helping you protect your kids online. The second pro of social media for teens is actually developing their skill sets, developing their career, their business opportunities, all of that. This is something that I personally benefited from when I first joined social media. I was like on Twitter, I was posting blogs, writing articles, and that really helped me jumpstart my career. And funny enough, referring to the first pro of social media, gaming was also a part of that. So the first thing that I started posting on social media was how gaming impacted my career to help solve cybersecurity problems. And I was only able to enhance my career opportunities and my business opportunities because I was online, I was on social media, and I was connecting what I did as a hobby to something that I could do professionally and full-time. I mean, we can see the rise of social media influencers, YouTubers, TikTokers. We don't really say Instagrammers because Instagram is like a whole other thing, but you know what I mean. The amount of opportunities just for career or business or connecting with other people, especially in platforms like LinkedIn and Twitter, are immense. If your kid wants to succeed in the digital age where technology is going to be like flowing through us like blood at this point, right? Your kid needs to understand how the technology works, how social media works, and how can they leverage their opportunity. The third pro of social media for teens is something that surprises people because we have this idea of when people spend a lot of time online, they lack social skills. But when you're using social media in the correct way and you're actually socializing with people and you're developing your career and business opportunities, it can be an awesome way to talk to other people and to develop those social skills and business skills and those communication skills. Of course, this doesn't apply to everyone, but it does allow your kids to develop certain skills that they may not otherwise have. And because social media has a lot of opinions, a lot of thoughts, a lot of misinformation, disinformation, it actually develops kids' critical thinking skills, especially when they have parents or an environment that's safe and allows them to understand exactly what they're consuming and then how to think about that. Another pro is digital literacy. They're more able to expand in digital age by understanding how they can navigate it in a way that's beneficial to them and their goals. Now we know that it's not all positive, all smiley, all hunky-dory. There are things that are actually cons and we have to talk about it. In the same way that kids are connecting with people, they can connect with the wrong person. They can connect with a predator or a hacker or someone who doesn't mean well, a scammer, whatever that is. That leads into the first con, which is privacy, security, and safety. Now, all of those are pros, but because of what happens on the back end, that becomes a con. In terms of privacy, what are the social media platforms and tech platforms doing with kids' privacy and information? How are kids utilizing their own privacy online? Are they giving way too much information about themselves and their families and their emotions and their thoughts and their feelings? That will impact their career opportunities and their mental health and their safety online and offline. When it comes to safety, if they're sharing too much information, someone can track them down. Or they may not be setting up their accounts in a correct way and allow someone to hack into their account and take all of their things. Or a predator can start grooming them online and taking advantage of them. Everything we're talking about always has a double-edged sword. The second con is something we talk about so very often. It is cyberbullying, mental health, comparison, and self-esteem issues. One of the biggest platforms that are known for that is Instagram because all we see is everyone's highlight reels, the pros of everyone's lives. However, if you see too much of the con and they're sharing way too much about their feelings and their opinions and exactly all the bad that's happening in their world, that's also bad as well. There really needs to be a harmony between the information that you're sharing online. impacts you the most when you're younger, but as you grow older, it's still going to follow you. We still cyberbully each other as adults. We still see other people cyberbullying influencers or celebrities. We don't feel like it's cyberbullying because we feel like we have a right to say whatever we want because they put their information online. But doesn't that sound a little bit familiar? We put, as laymen or as regular common people, we put our information online. We put what we're doing online. Does that give someone the right to cyberbully us or bully us based off of the choices that we made online? No. It's a big problem. We have so many excuses about how we treat each other online, but we most likely wouldn't do that in person. And even if we did that in person, we still shouldn't be doing it. Cyberbullying is a problem that is not going to go away, and you have to teach your kids how to deal with that. How do you deal with people who are inappropriate, they're rude, they're disgusting, they're toxic, and most importantly, they're unhealed. And this is why I talk about healing from trauma, healing your inner child, going to therapy, all of that. Because people who are nasty and disgusting and rude and toxic and unhealed online, they're not always bad people. They are people. There's some people who are bad people, but there are other people, a great majority of people, who are just people, and they're hurting and they become mean and disgusting because they have chosen not to actually deal with the hurt that they have. Because there are plenty of people who are hurt that decide, I'm not going to put that on somebody else. I'm going to deal with this myself. I'm going to step away. And this is why it's so important to teach your kids the skills to interact with themselves first and the world. You're looking at the man in the mirror and you're asking him to change his ways, and you're working on your inner self so that when you're interacting with yourself and you're interacting with the world, it is a healthy way. The third con for kids or teens on social media, not really kids, but teens on social media, is the inappropriate content that they actually have. It is way too much. It's either inappropriate, period, for anyone to see, or just inappropriate for their age. Are they mature enough? Are they mature enough? Are they going to be able to handle the type of things that they see? That is a really big con, and that is one of the reasons why you should wait for social media until your kids are mature. Unfortunately, as we all know, kids are actually being destroyed by social media. But there are ways to heal yourself, heal your child, heal your family, provide a safe space for them, and actually make social media a better place, and a place where they can actually take advantage of all of the pros that we mentioned in the beginning of the video. So what can you do to prevent your kids from being destroyed by social media? Well, I actually covered all of this in this video right here. So click it right now to watch exactly what you need to do as a parent to prevent your kids from being destroyed by social media. See you there.